Hey, what's up, family? Today I want to talk to you about something very important to make you aware of what's going on behind the scenes. Because what you see out here in this 3D environment with these eyes is an illusion, right? Now, you need to realize, that there is also illusions within illusions. But this is just to give you an idea of just how much this stuff is an illusion. This literally is like a wallpaper over what's really going on, okay? Because we have a gap called the fourth dimension between the third dimension and the fifth dimensional realm. And this dimension is the spirit realm, okay? And a lot of evil beings and entities live in this realm. Um, and this is where a spiritual war takes place in this whole fourth dimensional um, existence. And yes, there is evil beings here in third dimension, but the main thing is understanding is that the main spiritual energy feeding and exchanging souls and so on and so forth goes through in this fourth dimensional plane. Now, understanding this stuff is this is why you need to take care of your spiritual being, your energy body. This is why you need to take care of your temple and know what you're putting inside your temple, because there's so much stuff out right now from TV and from food, like genetically modified food, and eating animals, is playing a huge part on your spiritual body, your energy body. Now go ahead and talk about reason why it's not good to eat meat. Now, it's not only is it bad um, for your temple because of all the bad stuff that happens to you. You get cancer, disease. It takes like 72 hours to even digest. So you're creating mold and other junk in your body. So you're making your whole body unclean anyways. But the main reason what happens when you eat meat is you are eating a spiritual animal being. Okay, you're eating a spiritual being. And what happens when you eat that spiritual being is it wraps around your energy being. Okay, so you have just downloaded this spiritual being and you just perform a ritual, okay? And I'll go ahead and give you an idea of what happens, okay? This is a little example, and then I'll get back to what I was talking about. But these are little fourth dimensional beings, okay? And what happens with these beings is that they start out small and then they'll start to grow the more you feed them energy. Okay? These fourth dimensional beings, they take your energy and take control of your mind and consciousness. Okay? They take control of your mind and consciousness. Now, how do they take control of your consciousness? They put a virus in there. Okay, they put a virus in there, and I will tell you how they can do that. If you eat a spiritual animal being, okay, if you eat a spiritual animal being, you are performing a sacrifice. And why do you think sacrifices were talked about so much um, in 3,000 year past or whatever? Why do you think it's talking about so much? Because the beings that came down here were flesh eaters. They were cannibals. And I'm having people say, well, cannibals just eat their own kind. If it's flesh, if it's blood, if a heart's beating just like yours, it's the same thing. It's a being. You're a being. People keep making excuses and trying to categorize stuff. It's a cannibalism thing. So you can say whatever you want, carnivore or whatever, but it is cannibals. So remember that. But anyways, that's why people do sacrifices so much, is because these beings know that when you sacrifice a being, they use that spiritual energy to download and feed them. They're not just feeding their belly, they're feeding their spirit, because they feed off of that and they have beings that help them. Okay? And Understand this stuff, because this stuff is very, very real. This stuff is very real. So when you eat a spiritual animal being, you are sacrificing to the fourth dimensional being, saying, "Oh, okay, here's spiritual energy that you can eat." Okay, and you're not even aware of this. You're not even aware of this stuff, and this is what's been lost. So you feed yourself the animal being, eat it, and then you give the fourth dimensional being spiritual energy to feed off of. So you're like, oh, here you go, beings, go ahead and eat. So they start devouring the animal spirit energy, so it allows them to create an attachment to you, and they grow more, so they become stronger. When they become stronger, after them feeding off that spiritual animal being, then they can start feeding off of you. And when they can feed off of you, since you didn't put your guard up, they start to take control over you. They take control over your mind, and then they start taking control over your consciousness stream, creating viruses. Why do you think people are saying, well, you got viruses plagued all over your whole spiritual energy? People have to do spiritual surgical work to get rid of them. That's what happens because you let your guard down and you're sacrificing to these fourth dimensional beings, these evil beings, energy suckers. And these beings can suck your energy through a lot of ways, through sexual energy. That's what porn is there for, to suck out spiritual energy. That's why all this stuff is out here. Why do you think they use this stuff? You know, Pornography is used for sexual energy sucking. Okay? Because you're like this. And then that being just attaches onto you just like a leech, and then starts sucking out the energy. Because it's going, oh yeah, keep watching, keep watching. And that's the same thing with other things as well, let's see what I got down here. And these beings can do it through many other things. That's what they do. They do it from genetically modified food. What does that do? That creates they put little like nanobites, little metal objects in the food. Not only gets you cancer and stuff inside, but it plagues your whole spiritual energy body as well. That's what this stuff does. Chemtrails trigger things. The fluoride triggers these little nanobites to take control over you. This is where the zombie thing comes in. It is through TV, through news, through radio, mainstream music. Any music that is extremely popular, is played on the radio constantly, has these connections to these fourth dimensional beings. So then they can just continue to suck you dry, always. Like I said, once you eat an animal, that's the first step in them allowing them to take your energy. Um, you got other things like sports and religion. Um, and there's, like I said, many different types of beings. Now, I'm sure going to have people say, well, I never eat meat. Okay, and that's good. But, like I said, there's still other beings that can take control of you. That's why TV is bad. News and stuff still feed you, because you got the frequency. Okay, I got TV right here, right? You got the frequency waves, because you know what happens when you're watching like the news and stuff? You may see just a clear image, but you literally have like a spiral um, thing going on in the background. You can't see it, but you got a spiral thing going on in the background, sending you frequencies. And since it's a spiral motion, right? Everything is spiral. It spirals right into your consciousness. Okay, spirals right into your consciousness. And why do you think they have those spiraling things, like what, black and white spiral things that hypnotize you? That's what happens when you watch um, the news and stuff. Just any kind of cable-oriented TV. That's what happens. It creates a spiral motion right to your consciousness and makes you a zombie. It sucks you dry. So be very aware of this because this stuff is very, very real. Because you got these little demon beings all over the place just waiting to leech onto you. You know, come on, go ahead and do this. Come on, you can do this. You know, and you can also get this from um, other people as well. You know, say you with somebody. Okay, like we'll use um, prostitutes for example. Okay, you go and buy a prostitute and have sex with her. And because you obviously you don't love yourself anyways. If you have to go that low and to get a prostitute, you know, you obviously you don't love yourself anyways. So when you're in a lower state anyways, that energy being that's attached to her or him, but mostly more likely to her, is going to start feeding on you. Start feeding on you, and then it will lay some eggs, little viruses, into your spiritual being. So it allows you to stay in a lower state, and then you just roam around with these little viruses. So it's a spiritual war. It is. It really is a spiritual war with all these little demons that attach onto you. So it's something I really want you guys to be aware of. You know, and you have to discover this for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Because like I said, I look within and I ask what's going on. I look what's going on. If there's something I find out on the internet or something, I'm like, okay, I need to go check this out, see if this is true or not. Okay? So become aware of this. Okay? Become aware of this. Discover this. Look within and ask your higher self. You know, and go and discover what's going on. This is why astral travel is important. Um, it just gives you an inside look of what's going on. So just become aware of this. Now, to stay away from these beings, okay? Because like I said, I gave you many different examples. And you watch this video again, the ones that I said, that these energy suckers can get you in many different ways. Now, to keep them from getting you is to look within yourself. Okay, you have to unlock yourself. Okay, you have to unlock yourself. Understand your spiritual being. Understand your physical body. You know, take care of your temple. Take care of your energy body. It's important to discover and stay in your power. Okay, eat naturally so you can stay pure. Eat natural so you can stay pure. You know, you're gonna have to learn about your chakra points. You know, and expand upon your chakra points because there's a lot more than 7 chakra points. Okay, a lot more. And not only does the physical body have chakra points, but your energy body has chakra points. And then you expand upon that and realize that you're a multidimensional being has chakra points. And then you expand upon that and realize that your shield, your barrier, also has chakra points. So you got chakra points all over the place. You know, it's just becoming aware of them and what each one is. So continue to expand on chakra points because there is many chakra points. So just beware of that. But it's clearing your whole being, clearing your whole being. And once you attach to, you know, once you clear yourself, clear your chakra points, and you're receiving and downloading information from the universe, from the ancestors, real easy, then you're good to go. Then you can start protecting yourself. You know, this is where energy work comes into play. So then you can create that field. I talked about this in my understanding about merging the elements, light and dark magic, merging the elements, creating that bubble, you know, that effect of that bubble effect. So then you get out of this illusion. So you're in your own bubble. You know, you just expand. You know, pull this 3D world in, and then expand out. So you got your own bubble. So you're totally out of this whole illusionary construct. And then you start doing energy manipulation. You know, you are breaking out of the boundaries of this illusion reality. So just want to make you guys aware of these little energy suckers and just how powerful they are, and how they can literally take control of your being. This is why people who eat meat, man, this video is getting long. This is why people eat meat, and as soon as they eat meat and they get attached, their mind and their consciousness gets taken control over. So that's why they get so defensive. Oh, it's okay to eat meat. This is why I got teeth to eat meat. You know, these fourth dimensional beings are speaking through them. And a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you're full of crap." No, they don't. They do. If you explore, if you can go inside yourself and you tell me that you're not seeing this crap, then come talk to me, because this is what I have learned and what I have discovered. If you haven't learned and discovered this stuff for yourself, then you cannot tell me crap, because this is very real stuff, man. So they literally will take control of your whole mind, and they'll start speaking. You know, you totally lose control of your whole body and mind, and they start speaking through you. That's why people get so defensive over everything, over religion and other aspects of things, because these beings are talking through them. So become aware of that. This video is long, so I'm going to go ahead and end it on that. If you got questions, let me know, because I'm sure there'll probably be some who will have questions. So anyways, just be aware that there's a lot more going on than what you see, because these fourth dimension beings are real, and they suck out your spiritual energy just like that. They can be over a lot of things. Trust me, I know. So this makes a lot of sense, and a lot of things why people are the way they are in terms of zombified, in terms of why people get so stuck in their ways, because these beings are speaking through them. So I'll go ahead and end on that. Remember, you're the key in all this. Take care of your energy body. Very important. Take care of your energy body. Keep your temple pure. No spirit. Don't eat no spirits. You'll be good to go. So, if you got questions, let me know. You are Creation 13. 13 love to y'all. Talk to you in a little bit.